In this video, I'm going to show you how to insert and work with objects in a PowerPoint presentation. So PowerPoint allows you to embed objects created in other programs into your presentation. Now, by doing that, you offer other resources that can support the objectives that you're trying to achieve through your presentation. I've opened up the Disney data presentation, and I'm going to start working on slide 3. Now, on slide 3, I talk about Epcot attraction wait time. So here, I'd like to insert my Epcot presentation. So that would be an object. Here's how you do it. From your Insert tab, in the text group, click on Object. That opens up this Insert Object window, and you've got a couple of options. First, you've got to decide if you're going to create a whole new file or if you're going to create the object from an already existing file. I'm going to work with an already existing file, so I'm going to choose Create from File. Now I just need to navigate to where that file is. So I'm going to choose Browse, and I'm going to go to where my Epcot presentation is, select it, and hit OK. And then hit OK again. And in a second, I have my Epcot presentation. So I move it and resize it the same way I do any other object. But when I double click on it, notice how my window changed. And now I've got a navigation tool. Okay, I can move from one slide to another. And I've got that whole presentation right here as an object in this different presentation. Now, if I wanted to change this presentation around, I could do that. Okay, if I want to get rid of Frozen, click on it and she's gone. I can also edit my text. So you can do whatever you'd like. Now, let me show you an Excel file in a PowerPoint. So I'm going to click on slide 6. And this slide deals with planning for a Disney trip. And I have an Excel worksheet that has my Disney trip expenses. So to insert that as an object, again, I'm on my Insert tab, Object, and I'm creating from File because it already exists. And then I just browse, find where it is, and select it. And then click OK. Now, the cool thing about this, after I move and resize it, if I double click on this, my work environment changes to Excel. See the Excel icon up here? And now I have the Excel tabs. So I can work on this Excel file right from PowerPoint. And when I click outside of it, I'm back in PowerPoint. See, I've got my PowerPoint environment again. And just like with the Epcot presentation that I put on slide 3, if I want to make changes to the appearance of this Excel file, I can just go ahead. Like, I'm going to expand this column so that I can see the data better. Instead of this saying sheet 1, I'm just going to right click and change the name to trip expenses. So I can do everything I could do in Excel, I can do right here in this little object. Now let me show you how to insert a new object instead of one that's already created. So I'm going to add a new slide here after slide 6. I'm going to go to Home, and I'll go to a new blank slide. Now if I go back to Insert and Object, and this time I'll create New. This is my menu of object types. So I can create any of these objects. Okay, so I will do a paintbrush picture. So that puts me in a paint environment. And here it is. And I can just make a picture. It's going to be bad, but I'll make my point. I'll make little Mickey Mouse ears. And we'll pretend this is a really good picture of a mouse. Okay, let's say this is my object and I want to insert it in. So I've created it. I click the X to close it out, and there it is in my slide. When I click on it, I have this shape format contextual tab, and I can use some of the tools on that to format it. Or I can double click and go back into my paintbrush environment and make some changes. Okay, I will make a little thing in his ear. Exit out, and my changes are reflected. So working with objects is awesome, especially if you have completed files that you want to bring into your presentation.